there, welcome to our Card Class to Go Christmas Buffet. So today our card is all about something different, something fun, at least I think so. Today's card, again, will use the Tag Buffet stamp set and products within our card kit from the Card Class to Go called Christmas Buffet. The paper products that we use are, I purchased the refill kit for all of our card making. So you can get the medley and make a million cards. And then if you want, buy the refill kit and you get all of the consumables from that original medley again, okay? So let's start off. So we, in your packet, you received a, let me take this, kind of take it apart. You received a clear card base like this, and it is, it's one of the 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. It's a top folding card. Well, because I really like this style. A clear card base. We're going to use the 6 by 6 piece of paper that has these tiny little stars all over the, what I'm calling the back. On the front, it's this really pretty stripe with the gold foil. Of course, at any time, you can modify your cards and how you assemble them. But today, I'm going to turn this over and use the pretty green for sort of a forest looking, maybe a peaceful walk in the forest card. All right, so I cut down the 6 by 6 piece of paper from the kit into a 4 by 5 1/4. And then I used a stitched rectangle die set that I had in my stash. And what I did was I put the die right on top of this, centered it, just eyeball centered it, and die cut a stitched rectangle right out of the center of the piece of paper that I cut. All right, and I'm going to use that on the front of my card. Now to fill in this space, I used the same die, the same rectangle die, and cut a piece of, cut a rectangle out of white, Whisper White cardstock. And that magically fits right into this space, okay? And this piece right here, this panel right here, will become the interior of our card, okay? So let's go ahead and place this inside of our card. Okay, this is just a it's a pretty simple thing. So I'm gonna kind of press open my card base. The clear card is made out of a plastic piece, so it's a little firmer than regular cardstock. So I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal like product on the back of my cutout panel here, and I think I'm going to I think I might run out of adhesive sometime soon, so we'll have to take a little break. Goodness gracious. All right, so there we go. Then I'm going to take the white rectangle and adhere it down to the center of the interior of the card. So I've got it set up in my stamp positioner. It's this sentiment here from our stamp set. May the good times of today become the cherished memories of tomorrow. Wishing you lots of love, joy, and happiness. I think that's really pretty. It's perfect too because it's a stacked sentiment that will look great there in the center. I'm going to use my Memento Tuxedo Black ink for the sentiment. All right. All right, that looks really good. So let me clean this off real quick. And I think too, the beauty of this fitting perfectly inside is that we can pretty much decorate this whole white panel and it will not show through the front of the card, and because our front panel is the same size. Okay, so I think I'm going to add a couple of interesting little, these pretty little branches, these little leafy branches. I thought maybe one going this way and one going this way. I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz, and I'm going to stamp it off, right? So second generation stamping. This is a piece of scrap paper right here, and I'm going to ink up, tap, 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 stamp off once. Yep, sorry, that was a trial. Stamp off once. There, tap, 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 stamp off once. I'm going to turn it this time and stamp there at the bottom. So see, you just get a little bit of the pretty green branches there. Okay, so let's close our ink pad. All right, and I'll set this aside. And so now we have our center panel to complete the inside of our card. It's going to go right like that. Okay, so just put a little bit of the adhesive on the back, and simply place your rectangle die cut into place. There you go. Okay, so that is the inside of our card. All right, so let's close it. Just give it a little press here. We'll use our bone folder in a little bit when we're all finished and give it a good burnish, as they say. So here is our card. Now we're working on our card front. See how you can see through? It's so pretty. Now we're going to put the card front here. This other stitched or rectangle die, doesn't have to be stitched, right here on top, so that when it's closed it looks like a single panel of the green starry paper. We're going to build on top of that by putting a ribbon around the bottom. We're going to use one of these really nice thick cardstock stickers, and I've got like a little, maybe I think it's a doe, deer, break into chorus here. Here's a scrap of our gold foil trees, the pine trees here. We're going to add that in on the top here, and then add a few other items. Another tree, Christmas tree. And I thought I'd add one of these fun little wood elements. This is from In Good Taste Elements. All right, this is a little wooden, I'll call it a wooden sprig. All right, so let's start building. I'm going to place, I think I'll adhere this panel down first. And I'm going to do my very best to line it up so that it covers its white counterpart inside here. Okay, so there we go. All right, and now I think in order to know where I'm going to build the rest of it, I know I want to, this ribbon. This is a really cute, it looks like old olive gingham ribbon. I have to admit, this is out of my stash. It is not a Stampin' Up product, but I give you a good size piece here. We're going to open the front flap and tie the bow around the front, and I'm kind of going to make it, it's kind of about the bottom third of this rectangle die cut here. So bear with me while I attempt to tie a bow here. Oh, hey, woo-hoo-hoo, banner day. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to make I want my loops a little bit smaller. So I give it a good tug. And then I kind of like to pinch the little knot so it's fluffy. Fluffy. There we go. So I'm just going to leave that here. I will trim the ends in a little bit. I'm just looking for placement right now. And once I get it set, I'm going to put a little glue dot behind this knot and onto the front of the card to hold it in place so that the ribbon doesn't slip after the card is finished. So here's my goal. I am putting this little piece, this is again from our scrap. It is cut down to, I have all this in the instructions, 3 inches wide by 2 inches tall. Okay, and this I just, you know, of course, do how you want, but I just kind of wanted this to sort of kind of act as a background, and then I'm going to place this tree sticker, pop it up, so it kind of gives it sort of a 3D background. Okay, so I am going to, I think what I want to do is just put my tree panel so the bottom edge is just tucked below the ribbon here. Okay, and that again is just to sort of give the illusion of sort of the forest in the background. All right, make sure your trees are going the right direction. All right, I'm just going to tuck it just below. I don't want to lose too much of it. Okay, and then I have my, with all my stickers that I want to pop up and play with, if I don't want them to lay flat, I'm going to pop them up and use dimensionals on them. What I do is I de-stick them first. Now you can use baby powder, cornstarch, or any, like I'm going to use my embossing buddy. And what I do is I pop my sticker off. And these are nice, these are pretty thick, not quite chipboard, but they're pretty thick cardstock. So I'm going to grab my piece of scrap paper again, just because I don't want to get my surface powdery. I'm going to flip it over, take my embossing buddy and just tap, tap, kind of pounce it and get that powder on the sticker. And that, my friends, de-sticks, technical term, de-sticks your sticker. Okay, then I just kind of give it a little brush, la la la, and now it's no longer sticky. So I will pop it up. Now, while I'm at it, I'm going to do the same thing for my deer sticker. So I'm going to take it off of its backing gently because she's got, you know, nice little delicate legs there. Turn it over and pounce with the embossing buddy so that the powder gets onto the sticker. Turn it around, get the top here. All right. Pressure off. And now you have 2 elements to work with here. All right, so I am going to grab my dimensionals. I'm going to put a few on the back side of my tree first. I guess it doesn't matter. It could be tree second. Okay, I'm going to use my, take a pick and remove the backing. And before I actually place it, I want to, you know, this is my process, right? This is a process video. I'm going to decide, right, that tree, I want it to sort of look like it's in the background. And then that will be there. Pretty, I really like that. So how much, I want it to be a little off the page. So here we go. And I'm just going to gently put it there. I'm not going to press hard because I might want to move it around a little bit. Now I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of the deer. Ooh. I hope I didn't get it too close there. Let me take a look here. Oh good, doesn't show. Okay, so then we're going to put her right here. Now I would like to use this wooden sprig somewhere. So I think what I'm going to do, I kind of like that. All right, so let me remove the backing from the dimensionals. And let's place Miss Deer right about, the ribbon is kind of moving, but then we're gonna anchor that down in just a minute. I am going to place her right about here. There we go. And then I want to place this sprig right down here. And because I haven't put any dimensionals on her legs, they can sort of compress with this. So I'm going to put a little bit of wet glue on the back of my sprig. I'll place the second smaller sprig right over here. Again, it's great that her legs can kind of move because I haven't popped them up with dimensionals. So there we go. I'll let those dry. And while that is drying, I'm going to go ahead and put that glue dot at the back side of the knot here, and that will anchor the bow and the ribbon down. So just give it that last little adjustment, and then grab a glue dot, and I think I'm just going to grab it with my pick tool, and just place it at the back side of the knot here. You know me, I'm a little bit fussy here, so I think that looks good. And just anchor it down. Now I'm going to adjust the tails of the ribbon. Get a little diagonal snip and snip. And there you have it, our sort of starry night, winter in the forest card. It's a clear card, so you can see right through it. Sorry, I've got powdery fingers, but that easily wipes off. So you've got the card front that looks almost like the solid starry background, and then when you open it, there's your sentiment. And it's kind of cool because you get the bonus of seeing the backside of the pretty designer series paper. So there you go. That is our bonus clear card, Winter in the Forest.